Jasmine, I've got your work up here, and I've got your writing up here. Banner, I began cropping my image. Use the swim up bar portion of my text logo masked image for contact information. I converted all the text smart object use bevel and emboss as well as drop shadows to create the text a little more visible against the background. I think it was smart to use that white color for the drop shadow because otherwise it's just going to be too dense. So I think that's okay. That's much preferable to trying to place boxes behind um, text to try to improve the readability and legibility therein. But I'll drop shadows, help to come markets, their background. Please let me know. Okay, let's go and take a look. So as I said, I think that's a good solution. It kind of gives that little ghosted effect to the type as opposed to trying to place it in boxes or something, so, something like that. So, okay, I'm okay with that. Now, one thing I would recommend here is I think that the composition is a little bit, it's visually cluttered. And that visual clutter is not meant as a derogatory term, nor is it meant as to be discouraging. Visual clutter is actually an industry-specific term that refers to areas of a composition that are too densely packed with design elements and creating too much visual weight in that specific area. And we can see that right here, right through here. So we're going to redistribute weight a little bit. We're going to do a couple of things to improve the overall hierarchy and harmony of the page. So first thing I think we're going to do here is this. I think this is too big. This image is too big right here. So what we're going to do is reduce the masked image a little bit. Okay, watch my cursor, something like about that. So maybe the top of the drink will come up to where the bottom of 50% is in this composition right here. Okay, then what you're going to do is take this and bring it over a little bit, right to about maybe where that pillar starts, the headline and the subhead. Okay, so we'll bring those over. That's going to open up a lot of area. I would just say unwind at our beautiful resort. That's all I would say, or unwind at unwind in beautiful St. Thomas. How about that? Unwind in beautiful St. Thomas. That's beautiful because and then keep that in alignment and move that whole thing over. Okay. Now, what we're going to get rid of this whole thing of this whole line of contact information here because we don't need all that contact information. Today's web viewers know that if you click on a banner, it's going to take you to the site of the organization. And there you can find all the pertinent information that is needed, right, including contact information. So we don't really need to include all its contact information, just the location. Location is important because it's in St. Thomas. Quite feasibly, including the location could induce a viewer to click on the banner. And that's what you're after as a designer, right? You're after clicks. The result you're after is for the viewer to click on your banner. Once they click on your banner, your job is done, okay, as a designer. So again, in summary, remove all of that, okay? Ready for relaxation, reduce the size of the drinks, bring the headline and subhead over to the left, change the subhead text to unwind in beautiful St. Thomas. And then what you're going to do is take this animated text and bring it off on its own a little bit. Separate it from the headline and the subhead. Bring it down here and maybe right here. Right towards the bottom, maybe in the water, right at the bottom where their suits meet the water. That way you're not impeding their heads at all, or the upper bodies and covering them up with text. So we move that down, maybe align that with something about right here or so. Try to make sure it aligns with one of the letters in this headline or subhead. That's a nice little tip for harmony. Finally, I think the logo, again, I think the logo is too big as well. Watch my cursor, something like this. Okay, and that's going to allow the image to do the talking, most of the talking, and it's going to really improve your hierarchy, your page harmony, consistency, and so forth. So it's going to improve the composition. Try it. Let me know what you think. As I said, I don't know if I mentioned this in this video, but I recommended that students include their magazine ad. In the Welcome to Six video announcement, I recommended that students include their magazine ad along with the web banner so we can check for consistency. But I didn't see the web banner, so, I didn't see the magazine ad. Wow. I didn't see the magazine ad, so I can't really comment on that for consistency. But if you want to make these changes and resubmit here before your final submission Sunday, or our final submission is coming up here real soon. The final campaign is due during week 7. So if you want to make these changes and run them by me before the week ends here Sunday night, have at it. I'll go ahead and make further. But if you do, please include your web banner, I'm sorry, your magazine ad. So you have to excuse me. I have been at this all day long creating videos and doing a lot of tutorials for different. So I'm just really at my wit's end here. I'm starting to jumble my words. Please forgive me. At any rate, and as I'm saying, if you want to address the changes recommended in your web banner, please do so and resubmit before Sunday if you would like additional comments. If you do elect to resubmit, please include your magazine ad as well so that we can talk about and comment on consistency. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. Okay, great job so far. Outstanding start. Nice job. One final recommendation is that the banner itself, the animation itself, just it doesn't even really look like it's animated. It's so subtle. I would try to maybe create a little bit more of a engaging animation. Maybe have it start all the way in and then fade out. And don't let it get all the way disappeared. Just make sure that it's still there so the viewer knows there's text there. Then immediately fade it back in and put that on a loop. Okay? All right. The most important thing at this point, Jasmine, is that you get with me with any questions or if I can clarify any of the recommendations I've made in this video. And please, quickly, let me know if you have any questions. Like I said, this is due coming up quickly next week. So we got to think about starting to wrap things up here. Yes, I know, already thinking about wrapping up our final project. So, all right, great. Thank you very much.